Hi YouTube, I just made a shorter video that I'll be uploading. I don't know how long this will be. I was gonna talk a little bit on narcissism, but I had lost my train of thought. My first video I'm describing on how to make some real easy lasagna and some kitty stuff. And then I had the lady who came and got a kitty last night called and asked if I was sure that it was a little girl, and I said, I'm pretty sure. They're pretty fuzzy, and I kept looking and kept trying, and I said, if she has any problems, I said, are you going to keep her? And if not, it's not a big deal. I'm sure I can find a home for her, or it. I'm pretty sure it's a girl, though, from what I could tell. And I've only misgendered one animal in my life, and it was a rabbit. And they have slits and circles, and this one was also a long-haired animal and really hard to tell. It was only because of the length of their hair and that they're tiny. Otherwise, pretty much you can tell a little girl's genitalia and a kitty's going to be further up than the male stuff is going to be further down below the scrotum area. So, yeah. So, hopefully, anyway. So, she's doing okay, but she's not wanting to eat, and that is typical, yeah, when they go somewhere new till the newness of the fear rubs off, and she was a real timid little one anyway, so I think she'll be okay. She'll snap out of it. If not, I told her if she has any problems, I can help. So I'm reading a meme on my Facebook. I'll read it to you. I've read it one. I like the, oh no, and then it disappeared. Anyway, it was about the right people gravitating to you, that they'll just, like really understand and get where you're at without any, conflicts. Like some people just don't vibe, you know. Then I see some people don't like you because somebody lied to them about you. I have had that happen. Oh, that's what I was thinking. Narcissist. Yes. I was going to tell a lady that I sub to now. Let me see. Melinda, Out of the Dark, I think is what she calls her channel. Has a narcissistic mother. I used to hear my adopted mother talking to my dad. When I got older, I said as loud as I could, I can hear you. Well, what I would hear is my name. But I've heard before how she would talk to my dad about me, trying to cause a rift there. And they would go into this thing. He'd go something like about your son, and she'd say about your daughter, just this weird shit that I used to think stemmed from my adoptedness, but that wasn't what it was. It was a narcissistic mindset, and the way she would bait him into arguments. I mean, he'd get home, he'd be tired, and there's times in my childhood where she would work like part-time or whatever, but she would bait him into this shit, and I would watch it. I'd hear it, and the whole house would become into an uproar over not just me. It could be anything. It was weird. It's like every meal time in our house was like a war zone. The same with the kids' father. It wasn't a peaceful meal to digest your food. It was just wicked and weird, and like they ate really fast, and everything was just, I mean, I'll eat fast if I'm really hungry, and if I have fasted all day, I'll just gobble my food down and I'm done eating, you know. But I don't sit there. They ate with their mouths open, and not my dad as much as my mom, but they just had some etiquette and table manner problems, you know, anyway. But I was going to mention that about the narcissist mother. It's even like when I was young, she would intentionally use her mind to make me spill my milk and then give my brother more milk in front of me and not offer me any more because I had spilt mine, or hand me books upside down. Weird shit to sabotage my life. And I'm not kidding. I'm not exaggerating. There's even worse stuff. But this woman I'm listening to, her mom had also slapped her. Mine put my teeth in my mouth when I was pretty little. And anyway, so I can totally relate. And there's times I wanted to slap my kids' heads off them. Two little boys, both Capricorns, and some of you know if you're Capricorns, you're stubborn, and they both were. Holy shit. There's times I wanted to knock their fucking heads together, but I didn't. You know? You don't hurt your children, you know. So you don't put your hands on your child. You spanking, up to a point, maybe. But even that's a iffy thing, you know. But anyway, you don't ever strike your child, and you don't ever slap your child in the face. It's like that. You don't strike your child in their beautiful little faces. That shit. Monsters like that. When this woman's talking, it's hard for me not to call her mother up, you know. And I guess my birth mother was quite a bit like that with my siblings. It's like, yeah, I would have kicked an ass. And that's one of the reasons why I left my home when I was young. I was about ready to pounce on that sawed off little fucking thing. You know, it's like, oh, enough of that. So anyway, I can relate to the getting struck by your parents thing. So yeah, from both of them, for me. Anyway. And my brother. That's why I am so strong. And then when I went and took judo, the same year I took yoga and judo at 15, and I was always athletic, so it just progressed from there. And they created a monster. So it's the way it is. You know, they did it. Hey, I had to learn to defend myself. Or else, you know, either defend yourself or get hurt. What would you do? You do voodoo. No, I do judo. You know, judo and other martial arts I acquired along the way. So, yeah. I don't know if you've seen Iranian martial arts, and there's some other, like, Slavic nations. I think it could be Hungarian. There's some wicked moves. That's like maximum street fighting, you know. It's like unbelievable if you ever look into them. You know, wow, moves that you wouldn't typically see in other arts, is putting it mildly. These dudes were grabbing each other's crotches, and they would wear gear in their training, but like whole hand, like just grabbing. and it was a move from like from underneath, so you grab like and like to rip it rip it right off their body, you know. Holy shit. Yeah. I don't bother going there because most men know. I wouldn't tell you what I would do, but most men would think that you might head in that area anyway. If it's available, you can injure it, but there's other things to bring down bigger people typically, you know, that work better. Depends if you're going for immobilization or incapacitation or what you're trying to do, you know, or just to escape. That's always a good thing, maybe. So yeah, narcissists will, they always enrage the whole family. There's never any actual peace, and you never know when there isn't going to be any peace. That's the way they operate. They love that, you know. It gives them a sense, some funky sense of some funky control that average people, normal people, wouldn't even want, you know, to even operate like that in their life. But yeah, that's not you or I, or maybe it is. I don't know. It's not me, but maybe it's you. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, don't make them make you like them. Yeah, don't let them make you like them. You know, don't like them either. You know, yeah. I mean, if you lose your temper when they bait you and bait you and bait you, and finally, like after the 30 days of being baited about 4 times a day or something, you might snap. That's understandable, you know? And they'll say, aha, you're the bad one, you know? Yeah, okay, don't put me there, you know? Well, I'm going to get this uploaded and then upload that other little one. Because I'm expecting some phone calls and maybe homes for the kitties. So, all right, everybody, have a really good night or day wherever you're at. By the way, uh, see, 007 had a really good live stream this morning. Haven't been over there for a while. I wasn't feeling the best. A little sad-hearted. It did lift my spirits. He's got good music. Some new ones all the time that he's inserting, and so, you know, some of his old favorites and ours, and he's got backup tracks that he's made of himself too now, and some good stuff, good music, so, which I shared on my Facebook and in my community if you want to go hear and get to know a few people over there, some decent human beings, you know. So, all right, everybody. Talk to you tomorrow. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. Have a good night or day wherever you're at.